Is this a joke? Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day today. If you love the Giants and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Oh man. So a couple days ago, we talked about a potential deal between the Rams and the Giants over Matthew Stafford, right? So I defended that. I said, hey, if the Giants were to go get Matthew Stafford, I would not be against it. In fact, I would be shocked if the Giants didn't do or try to do something like this to go and get a good veteran quarterback, regardless of the age. Now, of course, he's going to cost you a lot of money. They might have to restructure something there, but I understand because Dable and Shane, their backs are up against the wall. They have to show Mara, hey, we could put a winning team on the field. They have a bunch of cap space, but if half of that is taken up by Matthew Stafford, I get the reservations, I do, but today just kind of put me over the edge in not wanting Matthew Stafford, to be completely honest. According to Colin Cowherd and his sources, the Giants do not like the quarterback class in this year's draft. The Rams, if they were to make a trade with the Giants, the Rams want the 3rd overall pick so they can use that pick to trade down and accumulate more picks. First things first, if the Giants did not like the quarterback class, they would not have spent all this time with Sanders. What are we talking about? I don't know who Colin's source is. I have no idea. But the Giants have spent a bunch of time with Sanders, and they're going to have another meeting with Sanders. So they've spent a ton of time with the quarterback. If the Giants did not like this year's quarterback class, if that was true, why would they have spent so much time with the dang kid? He's been on their draft boards for a couple of years now. So what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But this is what Adam Schefter said about the whole thing. According to Adam Schefter, he was on the Talkin' Ball podcast with Pat Leonard. And he said that, which thank God, there is no way in hell that the Giants are giving up the 3rd overall pick for Matthew Stafford. The Rams actually want to extend Stafford as opposed to trading him. Stafford would also prefer to stay in LA. So listen. I love that Schefter feels, and then he's one of the top guys in the business, that he feels there's no chance that the New York Giants would trade the 3rd overall pick for Matthew Stafford. I would be shocked if the Giants were to do that. Shocked. The guy's 37. He just turned 37. Right? So he's going to be more than halfway to 38 by the time the season begins. So what are we talking about, trading the 3rd overall pick away? If the Rams were to get the 3rd overall pick just to accumulate more draft assets, well, why don't the Giants do that then? Why don't they do that? That's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then Cowherd also has the Rams going after Aaron Rodgers. Like, okay, whatever. But to say that the Giants are going to trade the 3rd overall pick away for a quarterback pushing 40. And Colin's been around for so many years. Are you insane? Whoever his source is, you're crazy. If this is true, you fire Shane and Dable tomorrow. If this is true. Because Stafford isn't going to put you over the top. Another thing. Cowherd mentioned that Stafford is not a mobile QB. I mean, he's not wrong. Then why are you putting him behind the Giants offensive line then? Why on earth would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. You had me. You had me when the Giants, when the Rams are saying, hey, we want the 3rd overall pick, and that would get that deal done. You had me pumping the brakes there. But now you're saying that Stafford isn't a mobile QB. You're going to put him behind the 3-14 line. Now, Andrew Thomas was unhealthy last year, And when he's healthy, when he's on that line, he's the anchor of that offensive line. But outside of him, I do like Illuminor, but outside of them, they were either unhealthy or bad. And you want to put a guy who is not a mobile QB behind that offensive line. Makes zero. And on top of that, you want to trade the third overall pick away. You're thinking that that's even remotely possible. And Adam Schefter just said, no shot. Thank God. Thank God. In fact, the Rams are going to probably extend Stafford. And listen, I'm not against getting him. If he could restructure his contract, right? If you could do something like that, then I think it's appealing. But not trading your first round draft pick away, any first round draft pick for an aging QB. It's not like Stafford came off a year where he threw 40 touchdowns. He threw for almost 3,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a load of playoff experience, but you're going to trade the third overall pick away for him? That's crazy talk. You would use that third overall pick to build around him, if anything, not trade it away. That's craziness. Absolutely insanity. Insanity. No shot that's happening. So, like I said, I really wonder who the heck Coward Source is. I'm really wondering. Now, as we know, the Giants have a bunch of cap space, and in my opinion, you could just go grab a quarterback for a fraction of the price. If you want a veteran QB, you could go grab one for a fraction of the price. If I'm trading the third overall pick away, I'm calling Cincinnati about Joe Burrow. That's what I'm doing. If I'm trading the third overall pick away, I would trade the third overall pick. I would trade anything else that they want for Mr. Burrow. Put an offensive line behind him. That would be awesome. But to say that the Rams have the gall, if this is true, have the gall to ask for the third overall pick for Matthew Stafford. No shot. There are very few quarterbacks in this league that I would trade that third overall pick for. That third overall pick has so much friggin' value because that top of the draft is incredibly strong. Right? Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Will Johnson. There's more. The receiver from Arizona. The top of the draft is so strong. Why would you even flirt with the idea of trading that third overall pick? Unless you were getting a franchise player like Joe Burrow, which you're not.